Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel, my eToro Trader. So it's been a while since my last post on my YouTube channel. So by the way, I'm a new YouTuber and I'm using my eToro account as a blog for discussions and learnings on how to earn from the stock market. So my last blog update here is about 3 months ago. So I plan to release once in a while some videos and document what's happening on my portfolio. But if you're going to watch what's been happening from 3 months ago around July, I was doing fine at the time. But since then, the market suddenly dropped by the time. So there was a scare on the stocks. So you can see here I started around July. So I'm trading only SPX stocks, tech stocks, so that's what I'm trying to concentrate. So I was trading around when the S&P 500 is around 5,500. So around July. So that's the time I had these videos. I was inspired at the time because I have some good trades, and then I decided to document what I've been doing here, and maybe both of us can learn something from it. But a big disaster came at the time, so I wasn't motivated to do some blogging. So my portfolio actually went down very, very fast from starting here. So around 2 weeks, there was a massive gap down on the SPX. So the stocks that I've been trading last time, like Nvidia, so we'll just go to the time frame here. So go and check out this one. So I was very happy doing some blogging last time. I thought I was doing the right thing, but then suddenly all hell broke loose. Ayan. So you can see here there was a massive drop. So and then for my trading, since I'm using 5x 2x leverage, so I my stop losses were hit at 50%. So I got a major drawdown on my stocks. So from here, I have a capital um, total capital of around 5,000 USD. And since two of the stocks I've been trading have been hit really bad, so my portfolio from more than 5K went down to more than 3,000 USD at the time. So I was very, very dismayed at what happened. I thought I have a control of what I'm doing. But when both of the stocks that I have bought started to decline at the same time, I could not react properly. And those things that helped me cut is by automatic cut. Because when you try to trade on eToro, there's an automatic cut loss of around 50%. So that was save a bit on my portfolio. So I didn't get discouraged. I tried to retrade with the market. So I was cut maybe around here at 107, for example, Nvidia. And I tried to go back when it has this long bullish candle. And then when the stocks recovered, I didn't stop there. I recovered my portfolio. I had more gains. It went up from 5,000 USD to 6,000 USD at the time, but I didn't stop trading. So clearly, I have a plan on trading the stock, but I do not have plans when to get out. If you feel that something is wrong with the market, because the SP majority of the stocks at that time are very volatile. So there was a sudden drop from July 18 until August 8. But from August 9 going back to August 29, there was a recovery. So I should have gotten out, but I didn't. So it went down again. So very, very turbulence. There's a lot of turbulence in the market. So I didn't cut anything. I just hold on to my stocks. So luckily for this time, the market recovered. So since I'm using a higher leverage, so I've been trading other stocks at the time. I switched from Nvidia to Micron. So I think it's less volatile as compared to the other stocks. But as you can see, what Micron happened also during the time. So it became very volatile as well. Okay. So you can see here. So I have some markings here because now I'm trying to um, trade the trend only. So I tried to change the way I trade the market. So I'm more sticking to the technicals, more on the technicals, and considering my resistances and support levels. Last time I was just buying on impulse. I thought I was buying at the correct positions, at the correct support lines, but I'm too eager to trade to get back what I have lost, and then I lost more from it. Okay, so anyway, maybe we can look at my portfolio now, and we can see what happened during the last 3 months of trading. So I got recovered, so I got the motivation back to continue our blogging here in my eToro trader. So please don't forget to subscribe. So we'll keep you posted on whatever happened. So as you can see now, okay, from the previous blog that I put here, so my capital last time is more or less around 5,000. I did some few, let's go back 3 months, few additional deposits so that I can have an, because when your capital decrease, so the time to recover will be much longer. So you need to maintain a certain capital so that when the market recovers, there's a chance that you can recover plus additional earnings if your capital is a bit higher than um, the previous one. So it might get confusing, but let's see what happened here. So as you know, so at the time July, my capital is around 5,068. But I have okay, I had that recovery I mentioned to you. So it dropped until 3 plus, 4,000 plus. I did put in some additional capital. So, and then when the market made that first rebound here, so I was trading this stock at that time already. So I was thinking, so it's a bit oversold now. So I put in some capital, more capital here, and then it recovered. But then, as you can see here, it dropped again. So from that time, from 4,000, it went up to 6,800. So I was very happy for a few days, but as you can see here, after 5 days, the market suddenly dropped again. So I get stopped out several times, and then you can see here, um, so I went down, I went up to 6,800 and then go down to 4,000 level. So almost 50% drop from my portfolio. So this happens because I was using 5x leverage. So imagine if the stock dropped by 10%, my capital would be dropped by 5x, so 50%. So at the time, I was a bit discouraged on trading, and I thought I could stop. I should stop for a while, but I didn't. I didn't stop because I know that there will be a rebound in the market. I was expecting a rebound in the market because the fundamentals of our stocks, AI stocks, is still very good. I don't know what happened to that sudden big profit taking from the market. So I added more a few ones, and luckily the market recovered, and I was able to recoup my initial investments here around 5,000 plus these additional deposits. So it went up suddenly to 7,700. So you can see what happened here because most of the time I was trading Micron already at the time, so it recovered. And then there was a big news on the earnings. So it has a surprise earnings, so very good. There was a sudden spike. So at this time, I know already that I recovered my capital plus a small gain. So I got out here already. So I use my technical technical expertise, or if you call that technical expertise, I ruled out the emotions of holding because you might think it will still go up because of the good earnings. So luckily I made the right decision. And then when it dropped and closed the gap here, I think it's still not a good buy at the time because we can see here I bought back at this candle, which is the third red candle, which is still not a good um, trading. I'm still very impulsive at the time. So it went drop. And luckily, again, when it touched the moving average, it tried to recover. So I made some wins again on this stock, bought back recently, and then it made another jump 3%, then 5x is around 15%. I went out already. So that's how I was able to move my capital from 7K, then now is going back to 9,000 level. So I think I'm already at the profit side, even if I try to compute whatever I added at the time when I had 5,000 USD capital, so 5,000 and around 2,000. So 7,000, then now moving to 9,000. So I have more than 2,000 USD gain for this run until now that I'm doing the our blogging October 19. So I sold my Micron stocks. I'm still trading another stock which is Infineon, and as you can see here, so I still using the 5x leverage. So okay, I'm very careful now on what I do on my trades because of that pressure that came in last time. Remember, if I dropped down by more than 50% or 50% at the time. The market had some issues. It went down here, so and then suddenly recovered a bit. I was break even already here, went down, so I was down again, and then it went up luckily due to good earnings. So that's why I'm controlling my emotions now and not trading too much in the market. So when I have gains, considerable gains, like maybe 3% only, but since 5x is 15% already, so I'm getting out of the market. So this is the current result of what we are doing now, and I'm very happy that we have a very good earnings from the last 3 months of trading. So that's what happened now on our portfolio, and it was really a roller coaster. So now I change a bit my strategies. So I'm not buying impulsively on those drops because I was lecturing last time on our blog. You can see the previous blogs here that those gaps are meant to be filled, and it might recover in that area. But I was wrong. I was not following what the trend is telling me, that is the trend is going down, so you should be very careful when to go back in the market. So it gave a lot of opportunities during this bounce, but it took a lot from us when it was going down as well. So what are the things that I did for this, or what I'm trying to do now to maintain the current capital that we have, because we want to grow it, right? So I plan to add more funds in the future. I'm just adding around 500 or 400 USD every month, or whenever I have extra capital, because we plan to grow this capital, as I've mentioned to you. So our plan now, what are we doing differently now, is we're now using more effectively, or more discipline now on trying to use trend lines. So I plan to use trend lines. So as you can see here, when I go back to S&P 500, so I go back here, I try to anticipate the market based on the available chart. So like using support and resistances. So I'm trying to look at how the market is doing now. Like for example now, right? So we can see here that if we're going to draw the support and resistances of the S&P 500 index, you can see that is already very near the resistance area. Plus, there's an incoming war between Israel and Iran. So they already mentioned it will happen, but it's in between October and before the US elections. But as you can see here, although it seems to be very bullish now, and it might spike in the future, but in accordance to the trend support, resistance, and support lines, it might be due for another correction. So last time it made the biggest correction after staying too long on the overbought condition. So I'm incorporating now also the basic rules of using relative strength index. So if you don't know this one, you can search on YouTube. So if it's overbought, you should be very cautious. Oversold, so it's a time to get greedy in the market. This one is the time to be very fearful in the market. So as you can see here, it's very near already. So currently, the S&P 500 is now RSI 67. So there's a chance of another spike, but we're being very cautious now on the trades that we're taking. So currently, as you see here, I have Infineon already. Okay, so that's the one I just holding. Recently, I sold my Micron stocks. I was, as you can see here, Infineon is currently still in the downtrend, but you can see here there's a double bottom on this area, and then the stock is trying to recover. So my plan is to get out later on when I have maybe around 5 to 7% of earnings. So remember 5x, for example, 5x times 6 is now around 30%. So it's good for me already. And when I try to trade, I use 1,000 or 2,000 USD. So I set a fixed amount. So every trade, I can control how much I lose or how much I'm going to earn. So now I'm using the trend lines as my basis. So then I don't buy anywhere on the chart. Like I feel like it's going to bounce back later on. But if you try to look at where the market is having that direction, it's better to anticipate using trend channels. So for example, that this one is trying to recover because it went out of the channel already, right? So you can use the same analogy for separate time frames. Okay, I have a line here, so you can see here. So you can extend the line, and you can analyze that the market changed in direction for this stock after it broke and then retest some of the previous support levels. So it changed in direction, and then when it changed in direction, you can see that you can see some trends or directions from which the stock is going. And when it broke down again, you know that it's going to be going down further unless it changes its direction. So most of the trades that we're doing now is something like this. But the thing is, okay, so the one I'm still trying to manage is how much I should wait before I take my profits. So because if you can see here for Infineon, there's a on the bigger channel, there's a big sideways channel here, right? So if I'm anticipating a recovery, so my target should be around 20%, but that's a bit waiting for some time. That one will take time. So I'm still trying to fix my strategy on that one, whether I wait 5% only, take profits, wait for the next bounce, or I should wait until I reach the target resistances. Because before it go to the next reversal, it takes a while. So for example, this one, October to January, right? Or December, October. So took 3 months before it can reach that level. So if you look at Micron, I think you can see the same patterns as well on a bigger picture like this one. So before it broke or before it changed in direction, it took a few months, April to November also. So that's why I'm thinking, should I do short-term trades like scalping only, or wait for the trend to reach its peak before I take my profits? So for now, what I'm doing, what's been effective for my portfolio is taking scalping. Like maybe I get 5% multiplied by 5, 25% gain is quite good for me already. Okay? So that's the whole story of what happened to my portfolio. So I'll keep updating you again now that we have some motivation to go on because we have a good earnings from this month and last month from the last 2 months that we had the recovery. So better check from time to time. So next my next vlog I plan to try to withdraw because I don't have yet on my tutorials here. I have the tutorial to how to set stop loss, how to deposit funds, how to sell partial or close a trade, and then the one I want to make a video on is how to withdraw. So of course we have some earnings. We try to withdraw and see how it works, how much is the charges. So and then later on we'll try to deal with some of the findings that we got from trading using eToro platform. Like for now, when I hold the stocks, it keeps charging me for overnight fees. So from that 1,000 USD, so it's charging me 3.95 USD per day. So it's quite big also. So they don't charge per trade, but they charge per holding of our stocks, and it's quite big also. Okay, so thank you for your time, and hopefully you can comment on our blog area and recommend our YouTube channel so we might get more subscriber. Hopefully our portfolio go to 6 digits, or we target first 5 digits and then we target 6 digits. Okay, thanks a lot.